Welcome back to Crypto's juiciest news, friends. Bitcoin is around $58,000, still hanging around the range. I've got a very juicy episode for you today. The most breaking news of all, which has just come out minutes ago, is Donald Trump, the Orange Man Good, has come out and publicly backed a DeFi project, and it's going to use Aave and Ethereum, which is giant news. Now, it might just be an Aave fork. We're going to go through some information on that later. And you're going to see immediately, friends, the mid-curvers come out, and they're going to go through the details. They're going to laugh at these little things, and they're not that crypto native, or this thing's related to this hack or whatever. Like, screw these losers, man. These people have absolutely no idea how to think about this stuff big picture. All you need to see is that Donald Trump is attaching his name to crypto, especially DeFi. That's all you need. That's it. It doesn't even matter if it's a flop. It does not matter whatsoever. The most important things, I think you'll agree as well, you just want to see him do that. For example, friends, like, wouldn't you love Donald Trump to, like, be in your sports league, right? Like, oh, does he like basketball? Does he like football? It doesn't matter which team he goes for. It's just like he likes whatever's going on there. And that's pretty much what we're here to see. Now, this is the Bitcoin price. It's around 58,000. A lot of people are worried because in the close that we just witnessed right now, minutes ago, the S&P 500 has been dumping. Okay, but when I show you, like, okay, dumping, please, I want to see the dump. And my friends, I will now show you the dump. It's this little thing up here. See that? No, you're dumping. This is huge. 1.7%. Now, I'm just going to spoil you for the fun. All right, already. Jim Cramer is bearish on this. So, and by the way, Uncle Bobby has a line going up. So we're going to go through that as well. Now, Ethereum, friends, by the way, Ethereum is still garbage. Absolutely trash. 2,450 price and 0.04 to ETH BTC. Literally, they're moving nowhere. Literally, nothing's moving anywhere. It's boring. It's sad. It's trash. 200 days going nowhere. It is what it is. Hopefully, it's one big fat giant consolidation for the year before we move up. You know, we have a look at the Bitcoin weekly chart. That pretty much is the monthly chart, actually. This summarizes everything, right? So just to let you know, right, the average September can be down 4 or 5%. So it's like, what is Bitcoin, 56K, whatever it is. But who says it has to finish red? I know. Who says it has to finish red? It's just that the odds are it probably finishes red. But look, here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, everything's 50-50, just to let you know. The color of the monthly candles is 50-50. And the ones that shock you, they're the ones that you can't miss. That's the ultimate conclusion from long-term holding, S&P 500, crypto. It is what it is, okay? Trust me, there's 10 scenarios where everybody thinks it's going down. And you know what? 8 out of 10 times, everybody's right. I'm serious. Because crypto drops 85% of the time. That's not even making it up. You get out the 36 months of the cycle, yeah, it's dropping and it's sad and it's trash. It's a scam for literally 85% of the time. However, there's just 15% of the time where it just keeps going up. And it puts people in disbelief. And the first move, it just keeps going up and up and up. And everyone thinks it's going to make a lower high and then just shoots up again. Those are the moves that basically carry your whole portfolio in the year. You just don't know when they're going to come. Now, I'm going to show you some Donald Trump news, friends. This is Donald Trump. This is Sir Donald checking out my Twitter. Shout out to Mr. Custard, our favorite friend, who's actually in Brazil right now, friends. Mr. Custard partying in Brazil. Can't actually access Twitter because of the blockaroonies out here. So the news is true, right? Donald Trump backed a DeFi project to be built on Ethereum and Aave. This is beautiful news. Okay, now here's the thing. This news starts coming out, friends. Like I said, here's the mid-curve stuff. Here's the mid-curve stuff. The team behind Trump's crypto venture tied to previously hacked Doe Finance. So you have these, right? Because, friends, this is what they want. They think a boomer, okay? What's the guy, like 78 years old? Like, he's going to come and be the arbiter of innovation in this bleeding edge, 99.9% failure rate piece of trash scam that's the crypto industry. You think he's going to come in here and do that? What are you expecting, man? As long as you this is all you need, man. This is all you need, friends. That's why all the Bitcoin maxis, they don't like Trump. They're like, oh, yeah, I was listening, I think it was Jack Mallers. Maybe it was on Peter McDormand, his podcast. Like, yeah, if Donald Trump really wanted to, like, buy Bitcoin, he would have bought it and then talked about it next year. He would have front run everybody. Then we would have told him that somebody puts Bitcoin first. These friends, every time I hear that, I'm like, bro, if this Bitcoin dominance does what it's gonna do next, oh, God help yous. God help yous. Yous are gonna cop it for the next 18 months. You're actually gonna realize your decentralization Maxi talking point was only good for the first 6 to 8 years while there was heaps of price appreciation left. Right now, you're battling over a 2 or 3x. And guess what? Everybody's been literally destroyed in personal life savings for the past decade. They're going to need more than that. Okay, now, look what it says here. This is, of course, friends, shout out to Adam Cochran, Cocky, the guy everybody loves to hate on crypto. Of course, when I say this, like he's a Kamala Harris Maxi. It's true. It's true. He's a Democrat Maxi. It's just, look, it's okay to be any political side. It's funny. It's fun. Now, we have him doing his quotes. Look at this. Other participants include all 3 of Trump's sons, including 18-year-old Barron, who is identified as the project's DeFi visionary. Oh, man. So, friends, just a backstory, right? We saw Martin Shkreli, who was accused of being a groomer because he was talking to Barron in the background, and Barron was like backing out of this because it was getting too public. We got really scared, and then Martin Shkreli was messaging him saying, hey, where's the tough Barron I know? Where's the strong Barron I know? That's not the Barron I know. Oh, man. That's weird language manipulation to talk to a kid like that. Hey, that's not the tough kid I know. Where's the tough kid I know? I don't know. You tell me. Do you think... I don't know, man. It's crazy. Where do you learn this, by the way? How do you learn to talk to kids like that? To manipulate kids like that? Where's the person I know? Huh? I might use it one day just on someone on Twitter, just to have fun. Okay, so according to a person familiar with the plans, the project will also include a new crypto, WLFi, a non-transferable governance token. Yes, that's what you want, friends. I guess governance tokens, right? Though the app isn't ready for prime time, a review of the since-deleted code base on GitHub appears to have lifted code directly from Dove Finance, which just lost $2 million in July's hack. So it could be just a team, it could be the team, and they're figuring out maybe what to do, like what kinks to work out. Who cares, man? Do you actually care, man? You're going to use it? Firstly, governance token, because like that's a joke. Okay, all grift scams, piece of trash, number one. Friends, governance tokens are so bad. That's why Richard Hart, Inc is more loved because it doesn't even have anything. Okay, it's funny. Inc is more favorably loved, incentive token, because it doesn't have governance token. No one wants it. No one wants a governance voting rights. Well, like it's got such a bad name. It's just one big giant grift when you think about it. Also, Orange Man Good, huge. So you see that? That's big news, man. That's it. He likes DeFi. He likes crypto. That's it. Everyone else likes it. That's what it comes down to. No one really wants like this expectation of like, hey, come and buy 1,000 Bitcoin per day. That's Bitcoin Maxi land, man. Of course, no one's gonna do that. But you gotta get realistic, friends. What do you really expect them to do? They're like pushing you in the right direction. Like they're not gonna come give their life, heart, and soul into this thing that they've just stumbled across, right? Because they've already made it in life. They don't need it, right? Now, also simultaneously, what's been happening is North Korean scum have been trying to hack and steal US crypto and Bitcoin ETF funds. And it's actually reported by, it's a public service announcement. It's from literally, look at this, the Fancy Bananas Investigators, okay? The Department of Jelly Beans here. The Fancy Bananas Investigators, US officials, she's literally saying, warning, North Korea's trying to hack us. It's kind of funny, man. Make sure you have self-custody, friends. Don't trust any of these exchanges. Please. Centralized exchanges, they are going the way of the dodo, the dinosaur. Now, I'm going to play some gentle pump music for us, because that's exactly what we need. Now, let's go right into the crux of the issue, friends. This is where we are right now. You see this big fat arrow that I put? So shout out to Blockchain Backer, friends. All these charts, because I like just showing off these screenshots. I don't have 15,000 hours per day to put everything up together, right? So I love showing and sharing everyone else's great stuff. Okay, sharing it out to the world. Now, see this vertical line? This is where we are. This part here is where Bitcoin's price is right now. It's actually like down a bit poopy. And this one is where we would continue in the 4-year fractal. It's the Mt. Gox Ponzi fractal. So we are literally hitting critical moments in these next, I'm not joking, week. These next 7 days. Now, is there anything coming out in the next 7 days, 7 to 10 days, that can change the face of crypto and macro. Yes. Yes, there is. This Friday is the US jobs data. Or data, depending if you're wearing your pants on or not. The US jobs is very important. Remember, unemployment rate started spiking up. They expected 4.3. Now everyone's worried that it's going to keep getting worse. But if they're able to rig the numbers again and then it stops, that's going to make it harder for the bears to say that the economy is cracking very soon. So everyone knows the economy is going to crack some point. You just don't know if it's going to be soon, okay? That's number one. That's this Friday, okay? Just in a few days. Then you have the KIPI, okay, which is the inflation data. So the KIPI comes out September 11th, okay? And that is next week. And that's a week from now, right? So whatever, next Wednesday, next Thursday, depending if you're wearing your pants on or not. When that comes out, it's going to be a 2 reading. So instead of 2.9 last data point, it could be like 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. It could be as low as that because it's removing data from a year ago that was pretty high. But that's what they want to say. They just want to see that keep continuously cooling and the jobs data stabilizing. And if they line up, that exactly matches up with when we are due to go up. So why would we go up on that macro data? Because it could just be US players, because they've priced in an expansion in all the other indexes, and the only thing left is Mr. Russell 2000, which I'll show you right now. So Mr. Russell 2000, friends, is the final key missing link. This is what it is right now. Russell 2000 has obviously had this little tumble, this poopy tumble, 2.5% down. But yeah, man, these are the type of things we're waiting for to see if this data can at least start to turn around. Because if the data's good, we don't know if the data's going to be good. Data could be trash. But if the data's good, it might just start sending these things better. Because if the data's good, friends, and the market likes it, right, it might have a favorable condition for us for the September, October macro reading and the data, right? Now, showing you the fractals is most important here. This is Litecoin, friends. You see Litecoin now. This is the sad part. See the blue line? The blue line was 2020 cycle. All right. See the blue. See it keeps going up. The sad part is, look where Litecoin is now. Now, why am I looking at Litecoin? Litecoin, it's just been around in every cycle, okay? But it's been around in every cycle, and it's very important to just actually see the timing of what are the different variations we can get. You know, something moves early, something moves late. Where are we going to move? Well, where Litecoin is right now, it's literally at the exact vertical point where, see this green line? That is the 2013 cycle, friends. So we are so far behind. So Litecoin should be, this is how far altcoins are down. Litecoin should be up, my gosh, it should be up a 4x, I think. Yeah, it should be 4 times higher. So basically, every altcoin that we have right now, from today, they should all be 3 to 4x higher than what they are. Chainlink, XRP, everything should be 3 to 4x higher. They should be, most of these things. The problem is they're not. They're not. And we're going off this 2013 fractal, and we're praying that this thing happens. See this green vertical part? But obviously, here's the problem, man. 2013 cycle, friends, that was so early. No one even knew how to access exchanges. The only reason why, so you're probably wondering, like, why the hell did Litecoin just do this massive pump out like this? And the answer is because it just in these cycles before, they waited for Bitcoin to break the all-time high. So I think it was 2013 and 2017. So that might be from actually the 2017 cycle. But Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, hits massive mania, and then everyone starts climbing, and it literally shoots up. Like, are we even going to get this, man? Look at this. Litecoin goes from here. It does literally like 5x in a month. Okay, so are we going to get that? That's what we're waiting for. I don't think we're going to get a 5x in a month. But look, you can't rule out anything. It's just the liquidity and everything is so much more harder to push up now. So this does confirm, though, officially, altcoins, right, have 6 days to pump based off the absolute worst and longest altcoin cycle in history. However, in this early cycle, alts went 20x to 100x in 45 days. Yeah, I'm not kidding. In 2013, they did that. And in 2017, man, you had like 10x, 20x in like 60 to 90 days. But, you know, you say, well, but that happened last time, right? Yeah, but only in a couple of coins, not in existing names. They did not do that. They were new back then. Okay, that's what makes it tough. So most likely, you're not holding a new coin. Most likely, you're holding something that existed in 2021. in the last cycle. And here I am just saying scam market is making you wait even longer and for much less gain. Yeah, man, but that's the game. That's the game, friends. There's more people in. You have to get more aggressive, right? So, look, when people join in the market, there's two things you can do. All right? Two things you can do, friends, if you want to win. You have to hold longer than everybody else is willing to hold, okay? But if everyone is here knowing about the 4-year cycle, well, that means you've got to hold for like 8 or 12 years, right? That's one option. I'm not joking, by the way. Okay, everyone knows about the 4-year cycle. Okay, sweet. So I'm already telling you right now we're getting diminishing gains, and we already have. Like, you already believe it. You can already see it. So you have to hold longer than everybody else. So you can't be a one-cycle person. You got to be 2 cycles. You got to be 8 years instead of 4 now. Number one. Number two, here's another option. You got to find out what the average person is willing to commit as a percentage of their life savings or their living expenses, and then you've got to like go turbo aggressive on it. Okay. Now, a lot of people aren't willing to do that. They're not willing to do that. They would rather just hold longer. But for the rest of us, we aren't afraid of that because we've done all the research, you know. So, like I always use that example. Friends, a lot of people, they won't put more than 2 to 4 weeks of their living expenses into crypto. So if it costs them $2,000 a month to live, they'll put between 1 and 3K into crypto, those people, okay? But if you want to make it, if it costs you $2,000 to live, yeah, you really, really want to make it, okay, 6 months or 12 months, you got to go all in. That's like going full-time crypto. And if it doesn't work out, okay, you've lost a year of your life. It's going to be painful, but you can make it back. But if it doesn't work out, you smash it. You can literally make 10 to 20 years of living expenses and you win. You win the game. Okay, now obviously it's not so easy. That's the concept. Now you're obviously asking which coins. Well, we've gone through this thousands of times. We don't know which coins. There's just too many coins. That's why it's tough, friends. I mean, it doesn't make it easy when you have, here's the top 10 coins, right? Look how hard it is, right? Bitcoin, the founder is missing. Ethereum, the founder is chasing girls while the team is selling Ethereum. This is actually true. Tether, literally Ponzi. It's not a Ponzi, but Tether, stablecoin. Binance, the founder is in prison. Yes, Seed is in prison. Solana, the market maker, is in prison. Yes. Yes, it is, okay? USDC, stablecoin. Ranked number 7. XRP, the team is facing lawsuits. Yes, because Ripple are dumping on you, all right? Dogecoin, the founder doesn't even hold any. Yes, the founder dumped for a Honda Civic many years ago, missed out on billions. Tron, the founder is playing monkey. So, I know, look how tough it is, man. That's top 10. See, if top 10's like that, my gosh, what other things are lurking beneath the surface? But it is a funny picture just to show you and highlight how difficult it is. If you're just looking at these news, you just get fighted out of everything. That's why, friends, you really need belief, man. You truly do. Now, it's easy to believe, friends, when you have a calling from above. And let's actually play some nice, gentle angel music, because what you're about to witness is going to make history. Jim Cramer. Buyer is just walking away at this point. That comment, friends, was commenting on this S&P 500 close. Okay, so he's just watching. He goes, the buyers are walking away. No, they're just walking away. I'm telling you now, man, I can't predict when he's gonna talk. I tell you, no one can. He is a pure indicator. You have no idea. There are moves, friends, I promise you. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I bet Jim's gonna be bullish or bearish. He'll say nothing. He'll literally say nothing. And it's like so 50-50. And then there'll be like an erratic move somewhere, right? And then he'll comment on it. He's either bullish or bearish. I can't believe it. They're so pure. I'm telling you, they're so pure. I don't know what it is, man. Is he the world's greatest insider, or is just the world's greatest inverse indicator, man? I'm leaning towards, I don't know at this point. Just, it's spooky how when he comes in, friends, it's random moves. Friends, I've seen like a 2% down move or a 2% up move. He says nothing. He says literally nothing. Then like another one appears and he comments on that, and that's the one that he ends up inversing, man. It's truly a miracle. Now, ultimately, baby dolls, we are waiting for that Russell 2000, okay? So what I'm going to do is just show you some information here. So this is what Bitcoin looks like as a fractal with the zombie virus. You see where we are? Everything looks like it follows the same, but now we are in this part, right? This is November up to the election. So I'm going to draw it here. So now we are in this part. So we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how we're going to move down, but we're hoping in the next while we just somehow make it higher, okay, by the November election. That's what we want, okay, November election. And remember, man, Arthur Hayes, friends. Arthur Hayes, he did that analysis, that work, man. He checked out all the government accounts, the Treasury General account, the Global Liquidity Index. They're still printing, man. They're literally printing. Janet Yellen wants Kamala Crappers to get in, so she's going to try pump the Ponzi stocks. This chart as well is very amazing to see because it shows you, friends, the rotation of what ends up happening when something slows down, okay, and Bitcoin shoots up, okay? So this is showing you value and then the growth. So just to show you, right, look at this. This is IWF versus IVE. So, you know, the Russell 2000, that's growth. Then you have the value stocks, right? Growth and value. Now, growth is basically Ponzi growth. That's what you want, okay? Long term. But you leverage on the downside as well. So what happens is when there is an expansion coming, so the good times we want, we see people buy value first. They don't buy growth. Growth is end of times, okay? So they buy value. So literally, like in crypto, what's value? Bitcoin. You see that? Just as one example. They buy the less risky than the value, whatever it is, okay? Value stuff, there's fundamental value. And then when they start buying the monkey JPEGs, that's more like, that's growth, okay? That's obviously end of cycle stuff. Now, what we've seen is, recently, is growth, which is, they call it the Magnificent Seven, which is, you know, like NVIDIA, and like, or Google, Amazon, Apple, whatever, okay? The Magnificent Seven, Tesla, they have stopped, which is good. They've actually stopped. They were pumping before, end of time, they've stopped. And now, the value stocks were starting to gain strength. All right, so I wouldn't even be surprised if on this S&P 500 sell-off, I haven't checked the charts, but I wouldn't be surprised if tech gets hit hard and the value is pretty strong. And in the next leg, value takes over. That's actually what we want to see. We want to see that, but we don't know that next phase, right? We're still waiting for the data and stuff to come out. Now, I'm going to show you another chart here, which is back to the Bitcoin chart, okay? So that's exactly where we are now. So you see that, friends? It all lines up right here. It literally all lines up right here. And we need that final conclusion. You know, interesting, what I noticed is blockchain backer, BCB, in his commentary, he said, everybody thinks it's going to be bullish when the Fed cuts rates, okay? And he said that. I'm like, no, they don't. Have you spoken to anyone? If you're watching these mainstream influencers just turbo bullish, no, they're not. Friends, even checking my Telegram, check it everywhere. Not just us, but all over crypto. What are we seeing? Everyone now knows that rate cuts are bearish. You've even seen that, right? Everyone knows. It's like everyone believes it. Everyone's actually believing it. Oh, rate cuts are bearish. The Fed's going to start being bad. But like I look at that data, right? And I showed you, if they stop a cycle with a 25 basis point cut, it's pretty good. The forward 1 year return is 15 or 18% for the stock market growth up. But if they stop the hiking cycle with a 50 basis point cut, game over. Pretty much game over for the next 2 to 3 years. Okay, so that is the most interesting part as well. And once again, just to repeat to you, so we're waiting for that data, right? Jobs, Kippy, FOMC, which is going to cut. Hopefully, they're still on odds to cut by 25. And that's in about 14 days. So you can actually go to the FOMC page. And it's right now, look at this, friends. 61% chance, 25 basis point cut. 39% chance of 50. So I'm sure as the US jobs data comes out and the Kippy, those odds will change and you get to see. So what would bad numbers be? I don't even know. Like if unemployment rate ticks up to 4.5%. Okay, if it goes up to 4.5 and then like an inflation, I don't even know what the inflation does. Don't worry about the inflation rates. Inflations are cool. It's all about the jobs now. You can just feel it. It's actually this Friday. That's the most important part. If they can scam that number down just a bit longer, that's what we need. Now, baby dolls, not everybody is on par. Like I'll just show you like for BCB and anyone else, like do you know the guy with like nearly 1 million followers has been turbo bearish the whole time? So Ben Copen's got a $1,000 ETH target, 70% drop coming, which is interesting. Yeah, man, look, everyone's going to have that. And by the way, Copen's theories come from the rate cut only. So his whole theory, he believes, is it's going to come down to when the Fed cuts rates, okay, we're going in a recession, there's a big crash scare, and then they have to print money, and then the bull market starts. Okay, the next phase of that starts. That's pretty much what he's basing it off, Which, friends, honestly, any of these can happen. It's just that now the US economy is not, I know it's, friends, I know, trust me, it's a whole big Ponzi, okay? But it's not doing as crap as it did leading into the zombie virus. It's not. Now, I'm not saying everything's great out there. It's not. Inflation, cost of living, all these. I'm just telling you, they printed a shitload of money, a crap ton of money in the zombie virus, and we're still feeling the effects of it years later on. So people have had so much savings to weather the 2022 storm and all these other stuff, right? Is that an impact? Could be an impact. That's why it's hard, friends. That's why it's hard to predict these things in going forward, because you're trying to predict something in 6 months, but there are effects from things 2 years ago, 1 to 2 years ago, and you're like, hey, are they stronger than expected or worse than expected? So that's why these things get pretty difficult to see. So are we going to get a 70% drop? Look, you could always do that. Then that would pretty much usher in a lengthened cycle, which is possible, right? I just feel like, friends, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I just feel like, also we have Crypto7 here commenting, I saw it. It's a Bitcoin Maxi target. Yes, that's very true. So very true. It's a Bitcoin Maxi view to talk like that. But like, it's, who do you trust? You don't know who to trust, friends. You have, like, are they really going to let crypto and stocks go down right into the US election? The only time it happened was GFC. Okay, but GFC was, they weren't printing money back then. You know that, right? GFC was the moment the world died. Just let you know. They weren't, before that, there wasn't this printing money stuff. They just cut the rates because the debt was low enough. The debt was low enough, friends. It'd been building up. But then in 2008, everything died so much, Ben Bernanke comes out and says, all right, we're doing this quantitative easing stuff. We're going to print money and do this and do that, okay? Now, see, that's why it's tough, man. It's always 50-50, friends. We don't know. I'm just holding long term. You're waiting for those juicy. Remember, I spoke to you earlier in the video about there's 85% of the time it's going down. And there's this 15% of these critical moments where, like, if it doesn't go down, it just like glides up. It just keeps shooting up. And by the time you realize if you're sidelined, it's too late. Okay, so that's what we're hoping for. Now, on the other perspective, you have Uncle Bobby. Now, Uncle Bobby is turbo bullish on stonks. Okay, so here's where we are right now. Uncle Bobby, friends. This is an unhinged rally, by the way. This is the, let's actually check it. I think it's going above 6,000 for the S&P 500, man. This thing's the biggest freaking Ponzi of all time. Oh my gosh, what was that, 6,400? Wow, can you imagine it does that? Oh my God, what's going to happen in everyone's minds? So, Uncle Bobby, around the horn we go. Firstly, stocks, still long and strong. It's a bull market, Look, man, when a seasoned, I think Uncle Bobby's like, he's in his late 50s. When a seasoned guy just says, this is a bull market, okay, I know when I say it, it's like, yeah, but Sammy, you're wearing a cork hat. I know I am. Okay, straight posture, I've got a cork hat there. But when someone who's literally seen everything says, oh yeah, this is a bull market. This is it. Everybody's worried. Things are going to go down or up. He's not trying to predict this US Fed or this other. He's not trying to put these pieces of the puzzle together. He's just trading off the charts and the cycles, okay, which is fascinating. Weekly chart continues to give a right translated cycle, so we continue to take it. Overvaluations and excessive sentiment are a hallmark of such environments. Yeah, man. So, friends, in a bull market, people think, oh, it's expensive, sell. Good luck, brother. In a bull market, you get like 7 readings of overbought, like just over and over and over and over and over again. And then eventually goes so far, people be like, you know what? I don't think we have a good grip on this reality at all. And then it goes up again. But then when it goes up again, everyone's complacent because they've given up on being bearish. Remember, friends, what I tell you, the bear market starts when you kill the final bear. All right? The Nvidia bears, the AI bears, the crypto bears, the stock market, the economy bears. That's when the bear market starts, when you finally kill them. How are we going to kill them? I don't know. Get inflation down to 2%, cut rates, shoot the S&P 500 to 6,000. Everyone's like, oh my gosh. See, you and I, we don't have an oh my gosh moment because we're turbo long. We're turbo long. But you don't know, like, there are so many people, okay, they've got like 30% stable coins and they're not holding the rest of the bags. They're going to be cheating out again. I already know a lot of people, they're going to be cheating out. So we'll see what happens. So it is interesting, right? We'll play some Pokemon music. You see, you got Uncle Bobby's bullish. Then you have Copen turbo bearish. Where do we go? Look, it's just always 50-50. Look, man, I'll tell you right now, friends, when it's 50-50, you stay up. That's it. It's bull market. When it's 50-50, you stay up. Because, the onus is on you cracking first. All right? If we want to go down. Do you remember in the bear market? We did crack. The sentiment had cracked. We had US Fed hiking so many rates, the stablecoin, the Luna, all the other junk that was going on, right? So we had cracked. So the onus was on us doing a muscular recovery out, which is what we did. We actually did that. So if you go back and check, okay, this was back then, right? The onus, we had to do this big green candle to shift it. But before that, every single 4-hour candle was dumped. Everything was like, that was for the whole year. See what I mean? Okay, and then the final bull was killed. You got to remember, man, look, friends, I could just see, look, if this is a true bull market, it's just, every bull market, they go the same way. The bull market will end when you kill that final bear. If there are thousands of people, I would like to see maybe Crypto Banter make an embarrassing video on all the bears. Like, he might have Ben Copen out. Like, well, 800,000 followers. You missed the whole thing being bear. You know what I mean? Like he might do that at the top or like near the end. You see what I mean? That's how this kind of thing resolves, because there's so many bears out there who are still worried about all these other things. But I'm telling you now, friends, we have seen so much of this. So much of history has just shown that you don't get a free lunch. Nothing tells you we're going to keep going up. Nothing. It's just full faith. It's a game of probabilities. That's it. It's a game of probabilities. So if we went down from here, are you going to be nervous? Look, you might be nervous on the price, and so will I. But you're not going to be nervous that there's weak hands. You see what I mean? Because we haven't onboarded the weak hands yet. The retailers aren't in. Bitcoin, Google search trends are down. Crypto Google trends are down. All the Google trend searches are down for all these. There's no weak hands here. It's only strong believers. So we got nothing to worry about. Yeah, if the price goes down, okay, go stuff yourself. We don't care. However, if we explore, let's go see, because I know it gives me a dopamine hit just seeing this. If Bitcoin can do the unthinkable, just do green candles and goes up to like 150K, okay? All right, we got weak hands in, man. We're going to explode with more weak hands. XRP $500 targets, okay? But not even just XRP. New monkey JPEG types, whatever it appears in the rest of the world, and whatever they want to do to onboard themselves and throw too much money at leverage. Okay, that's where we start to get scared, because we know there are always cracks in the system. There are always cracks. It's just a matter of determining whether or not the cohort of people can handle the cracks. Right now, I'm 100% confident everyone here can handle the cracks. Everyone. But you don't even want to look at your portfolio. You know what I mean? That you can handle the cracks. You're like, oh, I wasn't looking at the portfolio for the past month anyway. Who cares if we go down? Okay. But if we get higher, you get more and more of those untrustworthy people, which are non-believers. Non-believers. And we've got to look for signs that non-believers are in here. Maybe Coinbase App Store ranking #1. We'll see. Plenty of non-believers, though, are playing in PumpFun. PumpFun has just sold another 10,000 sold, so another $1 million. Friends, they've sold $41 million. Talk about value extraction, man. What a freaking cancer on crypto. What a true toxic cancer. They've made $100 million, and the users basically made nothing. I bet, friends, PumpFun's going to top out when they release a coin and they start sharing the revenue, and then it's pretty much all over. Everyone dumps. So when you're looking at this, you got to think about where you want to allocate. I like allocating in strong communities who stand the test of time. You don't even have a community here, friends. There's no C word. There's no C word or F word. There's no family here. It's literally 24-hour lifespan, JPEG, crack smoking methods. That's what it is. And by the way, the data's in. 99% of coins on PumpFun, actually higher, 99.99999% of coins on PumpFun are literally rugged to zero within 4 days of starting. 4 days, man. So it is people literally gambling with this unfortunate reality. But hey, people are getting rinsed and they are learning a harsh lesson for life. They are just a soy boy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So no one's making money here, friends. Like, there's 0.14% rate. It's disgusting, and it's just the devs make all the money. But this is crypto, man. People try stuff. It works in some places. It works. Doesn't work in others. Luckily, we have the ecosystem of freedom So we have freedom to say, freedom of speech, freedom to transact. Shout out to Lukey Luke for posting this picture. This is amazing, okay, for PulseChain. Because, friends, there's been a big PulseX update. And I'm going to show it to you right now. You have these big PulseX updates, friends. So the website's been updated. And we have some pictures here. Shout out to everybody else out there. We have stablecoin swaps. We have this buy and burn thing put in here. See, PulseX stable swap. So pretty much, everyone's wondering, like, why? They changed the background. It's just, it doesn't matter, friends. It's an update. You got something, okay? But what's actually going on here? Look, what I think is, in this time, he's seen 9mm exchange, 9-inch exchange, Bucks exchange, PHUX. He's seen them appear, and he knows multiple appear. And he probably naturally concluded, he goes, let these guys take care of the mid and small size target market. The retailers, people with less than $10 million money that they want to move in. Less than $10 million money. All of us, the little tiny fish, okay? So let them take care of them and like think about meme coins and little liquidity aggregation, all these other stuff, whatever you want to do, okay? And what he's probably doing is big foundational pillar stuff, such as preparing for the big bridging event. Okay, so if we have a big bridging event, hopefully Ethereum is like $10,000 one day and he rotates the ETH in and he pumps everything up, everyone's going to follow and they're going to try and make money in like the gold rush. And when they come in here, he wants all the whales who bridge in and all these funds, he wants them to have adequate low fees and low slippage for the stable coins to move around. So it makes everything more effective, it makes everything better, because when you're moving, see friends, if you're moving $1 million, just $1 million, right? If you're doing $1 million, your fee is $3,000 at 0.3% around that, right? So that's huge, man. You're paying $3,000 fee to swap. You swap in $3,000, you swap out $3,000. That's too much, right? But with these, I think they can make it 0.0 instead of 0.3. It's like 0.01. Like it's tiny, tiny, tiny. So if you do 0.1. You can get the fee down to like $100 to like $300. I think $100 to $500 instead of $3,000. So it's a big saving, and it's basically what Curve Swap uses. I don't know if it's actually changed some of the formula. Maybe it has, but it has that stable swap stuff. So it's for stuff with like super low slippage, things that aren't meant to leave a peg, right? Because all the stable coins are going to be around the peg anyway, around the $1 peg. You don't need to accommodate for anybody who's trying to like buy or sell USDT at 90 cents or $1.10. You don't need that, because pretty much it's game over by that point anyway. Everything's blown up, right? It would kind of be like the best example I can give you. It would be like you getting nuclear bomb insurance, right? So like an insurance company said to you, hey, give us $1,000 a year, and we'll insure you in case a nuclear bomb lands on your house. And you know, that's the whole point is, if a nuke lands on your house, bro, you don't want to live there anyway. It's all over. Like literally, it's all over. You see what I mean? But they're just taking $1,000. That's the same thing here with PulseX. When you want stable coins to be able to swap around, you need very, very tiny slippage. So it's a good thing that these actual updates are being done here. But yeah, obviously the price, whole different story, right? So I have the PulseChain and PulseX prices here. They're obviously still getting obliterated. Still very, very low. This is PLS. I think PLS, friends, unfortunately made a new all-time low, which is actually very embarrassing for everyone. Still after 3 years, didn't think it would be making, wow, it's actually made a new all-time low here. And then you have PulseX on the other side as well, which has not made a new all-time. It's just like, it's still low. Like, it's just who cares? You made a new all-time low. You are down from the sacrifice. Wow, down 85%. Yeah, man, what else can you do? You got to wait it out. We're hoping that the W Copium happens. But yeah, man, we're done with Copiums in this community. Aren't we? Like, just yay. Hopefully you go up and then do something. I just, look, man, I don't even know if we can pump high enough to justify this. I'll be honest. Can we pump high and fast enough? Because no one expected. Look at this, friends. Literally, you know, it was all over in January this year. January, that's it. It pumped. It did one candle. You were up 3x and it was over. 3x. I know it's Bitcoin halving year. I know they don't do the real moves, but I'm just showing you, like, you're just like, there's a long way to go. Long way to go. This is combined hex as well. Combined hex is down 0.5%. This is combined hex, friends. So if you're a PHEX Maxi, You're even down here. Wow, that also that's making new all-time lows. Wow, man, this is not even from the bull market high. This is just from the recent point. You're down 91%. You lost another 90%. What do you do, man? What do you do? Just if you have any spare bullets, friends, keep DCA buying. You can grab anything. These things just keep getting cheaper. They're getting cheaper faster than all the other coins. You can grab anything else you want in crypto, but you're still playing for the same thesis, right? So at no point there's a thesis saying, oh, we're gonna definitely go up earlier than everything else. We're hoping it would. We're hoping it would, but that's not part of the game. The game is just to wait it out. And then you have. I know you're begging for repricing, but this is everything in crypto. Everything's begging for Bitcoin to hit 100K, and then everyone will come and wake up and reprice these other things. So we'll see. What's interesting though, friends, we have eHEX to pulse ratio. It's still grinding sideways. It's showing you that a lot of the eHEX, a lot of the damage might have already been done now. And actually what we can do is we can check out eHEX to PHEX ratio. So man, this will be funny if this will be hilarious. Just to let you know, friends, world shattering, the corrupt SEC is very important for the whole crypto, right? For that case on October 24th. But if eHEX, PHEX ratio, if this thing, friends, can go up to here, okay, if it goes back to 0.50, all right, it will be the real earth-shattering news, because it will be the first time in crypto history where a founder fuds the shit out of his own coin and then the market comes back. Just to show you, that would mean all my theories, they're already proven right. All my theories and theses and thinking and videos, 3 ticks of approval of friendship, all of them. Because it shows you, doesn't matter what anyone says, it's the community. The community is the asset. Okay, now the founder can be very convincing and pivotal, but with enough time, as long as there's no pure abandonment on the community, right? If it recovers, it shows you really you can battle anything in this game. It really, really does prove amazing things can happen in crypto if everybody just sticks together. Everything sticks together. So that's the most important part, friends. Because all those coins that dropped in 2017, you know how I've made all those stats showing this coin dropped 99%, never recovered. Yeah, they got abandoned. They got abandoned, right? But if you're not abandoned, there's an active Twitter community and everything else out here. That's the most important part to look at. What comes next for crypto, friends? Uncle Bobby has these 2 different scenarios. They both have, poopiness of what we have right now. One goes up only, one goes sideways, and then we're garbage again by the end of the year. So this is pretty much it. So day 60 of 60. One more solid drop should complete the cycle and a good bounce from it. But the weekly is murky. Should not have seen this weakness in 60-day cycle if we're heading to new highs in October. It's not too late for it, but would need to not look back. So if you look at that Bitcoin fractal I showed you from the Mt. Gox, it's gliding up towards the highs in October, but it seems like November is the big pop-off. That's US election. So I guess we'll find out what happens, friends. Like, subscribe, belly button, I'm wearing a cork hat. Catch you in the next one.